All right, so hopefully I can kind of knock you out of this bad habit that I see a lot of people have. We're in a world where things don't make any sense. The economy doesn't make any sense. Cryptocurrency doesn't make any sense. And everything is happening so fast. And because it's happening so fast, it appears as though life is some sort of lottery. And I was looking at a video about like an hour ago, and the guy said something that just kind of clicked. And that was the idea of a lottery mindset. Now, that was a video talking about women, and I do think that there's a lot of growth to be had on both genders, so that's what this video is going to be about. Courses. Courses, courses, courses. Why do you think that they are so popular? It is not because the stuff that they sell is good or that they're telling some truth or that they're just charismatic. It really preys on the part of the human brain that is a gambler. And you think that, okay, I see that people are making AI stores and automated this and automated that, or they're doing cryptocurrency, or they're doing Forex, or they're starting their own clothing brand. And they think, and I was looking at YouTube like this too, they're thinking that even if you put in the work, that it's just going to happen. Like you're just going to blow up. This video might not blow up, but at the end of the day, it is a matter of really the universe is going to, and it should, test you. And you can't go about starting something or doing something thinking that you're going to make it big. And that if I start a store that I'm going to get tons of sales. Like everybody starts this thing, that this business, everybody wants to be a freaking business owner, but they think that they can just do it and get customers. And it's so prevalent that I'm even starting to see it from my relatives where they're talking to themselves thinking, let's start a business. I'm going to start a business and do this or do that. And, I'm trying to get on. I'm trying to not work from home. I mean, I'm not trying to work at a job anymore. And they cease to realize that there is so much overhead that happens of personal growth, of learning so many new things like how to market, how to network, and these are gates that they've not opened yet. These are things that they haven't even done. They just think that they can open a store. And what's the entrepreneur term? It's entrepreneurs jump out of the plane and build the parachute on the way down. That's true. Do that, because that's what I'm doing here. However, the idea that the parachute is going to be built for you if you jump out the plane is what I see most of the time. People are that's how they're thinking, and that's not true. How do we cure this lottery mindset? Well, realize that, and I'm going to say this because I think it's probably the largest story out there. I don't agree with him though. Andrew Tate, for instance, a lot of the courses that he sells and a lot of the testimon I'll use this testimonials because they're really not, of people, and they say, oh, I made $50,000 in a month, or oh, I made $10,000 in a month. Really, this goes to one thing. Whenever you start that, you are wishing to be a millionaire and not wishing to become the person or to learn the things that would make you a millionaire or that would make you, number one, worthy of even having $1 million. Like, just because you post a YouTube video and you're talking and you're not reading off of a script, like, that does not mean that you deserve anything. And I think that's really, it's like this sense of entitlement. It's almost like a middle finger to universe that, okay, I did this, so that means I get views, right? Or oh, that means I get popular, right? No, you don't. And that's the kind of mindset shift that you have to make, which is just because I do something does not mean there's going to be any payout. And if there is any payout, it does not mean that it's going to be big at all. Funny enough, my fiance's videos on her YouTube channel, she does plants, and I'll put the link in the description. First four videos about planting does better than the last maybe 8 videos on my YouTube channel. And she's recording it with a cell phone, and we're going to get her a computer so that she can edit on that instead of on her cell phone. And I do think that the reason that she was able to be so successful is a few factors, but you only learn this. So when I pointed out, the only reason I know this is because of my own experience, and I'm doing the research and the work. Number one, browse features on YouTube. She's posting during a time period where everybody is automatically already searching for it. And also, she was very raw in the video. She was very real, which is something that is now the algorithm is pushing. And then she just made the jump. She was incredibly anxious about posting. And I had to tell her, look, babe, I'm on the other side of that camera and I'm looking. I was #1 subscriber. Literally, I'm her biggest fan because I'm #1. And I told her, you're talking to me. You're not talking to the ether. I am the one looking. So whatever you tell me, I tell well, I go and do it. She put in that work, she got over that hump, and the only reason that I'm able to see what works in her channel like that is because I've done the research. And so I'm trying to implement that same thing into this channel. That's why the past few videos have not necessarily been like the most scripted things out there. I'm just, and I'm honestly, I'm grateful for it because it takes me way too long to push out some of these videos. But that is something to really think about, is you can put in all the work and you can see moderate success. She's getting 30 views on her videos. Some of my videos are getting 16. I have to be happy with that, and you have to be happy with that. And if you can't be happy with it, and if you can't say, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this until I can't anymore, instead of, if this doesn't happen in X amount of videos, I'm gonna switch. If you love it, number one, don't quit it doing what you love. Don't compromise, like, don't do any of that. Just keep doing it. But if you aren't willing to tough it out, no matter how long the toughing out is, then you don't deserve it. Because number one, you don't get a say, and you also don't get a say in how big that payoff is going to be. There will be a payoff. You're not just going to die a loser. Nobody who's put in the work dies a loser. That's a guarantee I can give you. If you are thinking that I'm going to start building a business, or I'm going to start a course, or I'm going to, number one, don't buy any courses. Everything you need is free. If the one thing you get out of this video is to not buy a course, then do it. All of those influencers that are selling courses are lying. If they sell a freaking course, 9 times out of 10, they're lying. 9 times out of 10, if they say I make how to make $50,000 a month, that is a lie, and that is a lottery mindset, because there are so many things you have to become in order to get to that, and you have to go through it one by one by one. You can make that quantum leap, but that means you're going through every step faster. That doesn't mean that you're skipping level 1 and going to level 5. That means you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what that means. So figure it out. Disillusion yourself with the idea that something happens overnight, because $10,000 a month requires years of failure for the universe to then say, all right, the clients are starting to see you. I mean, the best example I can give is this. A client last year, I shot free video for him, and I was a bit upset because things fell through. I wasn't upset, but I was bummed. Things fell through and the deal didn't go through. Fine then. A year later, like literally I think 2 days ago, he texted me saying, hey, I love the video you sent me. Can we work? Are you going to be at Hyperfest? Yes. I had to wait a year for that. But if you hold out, things pay off. You're sowing these seeds. I'll put a picture up here. It's adorable. That's the picture I look at every other day. If you're not living by the words on this picture, or if you're not going about what you're doing as a career like the words on this picture, then don't do it. All right, goodbye.